Hey, Cookaholic Chef Kendra here, and today we're making an American classic, the apple pie. Now we're going to make a crust from scratch, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. So, let's do what we do. Let's head to the kitchen and make it happen. Got some flour in our bowl. We're going to add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. And we're going to mix this up with a fork for a few seconds. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add this butter. This butter is very cold and I chopped it into little pieces earlier. I'm going to use this tool and we're going to just work this dough until we have worked that butter in a little bit. We're not going to overwork it. And from time to time, you want to do all this pretty quickly. Because at the end of the day, what we want is little beads of butter in there. Because it's going to make the dough flaky. And I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons of ice water in here. Again, we don't want to melt the butter. And I'm going to stir this around just a little. I might need another tablespoon or 2. And we just want to work this until it comes together. Now we have our dough. And I'm going to put it, it's a little crumbly, but I'm going to put it on this plastic wrap. And I'm going to shape it and pat it down into like a disc. And I'm going to let it relax in the refrigerator for a half hour. Okay, I've retrieved this boy from the refrigerator. Can you see the chunks of butter, guys? That's why I like an all butter crust, because of the flavor and flakiness. It's one of the only ways I like flakiness. Now I'm just going to put it between plastic wrap for 3 reasons. It makes for easy cleanup, it makes rolling the dough a lot easier, and it makes transferring the dough to the pie plate a breeze. Now as you can see, I'm slicing the apples thinly. We have some Granny Smiths and some Golden Delicious. Now I'm going to hook this filling up. I'm tossing in here some vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, salt, cinnamon and nutmeg, and lastly, I'm adding some sugar. This is just regular sugar. I'm just going to stir up our apple pie filling just like so. Now once we mix the filling really well, it's time to put this thing together. I'm using a glass 9-inch pie plate and I'm just going to add all the filling to it. Hey guys, what's your favorite type of pie? Let me know in the comments below. Side note, you can grab the recipe at chefkendra'seasycooking.com, son. Alright, I'm going to slide the top on here and remove the plastic wrap. This is very easy to do. Oh yeah, the oven is preheated to 425 degrees. Now I'm going to press down all the edges with a fork. The important thing here is to make sure the seal is tight so the filling doesn't come pouring out the sides all crazy, messing up our baking sheet niche. I'm cutting 4 slits in the top so the steam can release from this boy. The last thing I'm going to do here is take some foil and go around the edges with pieces of foil. I'm doing this because I don't want the edges to brown way too fast and burn before the rest of the pie is done. They actually make a gadget for this called, fittingly enough, a baking crust shield. I don't have one. Admit it, you don't have one either, do you? Actually, they're pretty cheap. I think around $4 or $5. I put the pie on a baking sheet and I'm gonna bake this off for 30 minutes. Remove the foil and bake it for another 10 to 15 minutes. Pull it out and let it cool completely before serving. That's all it is to it, guys. Check out my last video right over there. And if you want to hit me up on my social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all that good stuff, all that information is in the about section below. Please share my videos. All right, let's taste some apple pie. Okay, we have an apple pie here. I'm gonna give it a big taste. This crust is buttery and it's flaky, and the pie filling isn't too sweet. This is a very good apple pie. Toss some whipped cream or ice cream on top and you're good to go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want the recipe, you can find it at Chef Kendra's Easy Cooking. And that's about it. Chef Kendra is out. Peace.